A warm welcome here to our multimedia series, Befriending Polarities. My name is Hanneli and I'd like to invite you to sit back and relax and just notice what emerges for you as we go along. Now, my invitation now is to notice what happens for you when you hear the word polarities. How does it make you feel, polarities? Just notice, there's no right and wrong judgment. We simply notice. What is it? Is it an idea, a thought, a feeling, an emotion, a sensation? Can you touch it? Can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you hear it? Can you smell it? Can you taste it? So what is it? Now let's explore further and let's invite in our bodies to help us along the way. So I'd like to invite you to put your arms to the sides, gently and shoulders relaxed, and simply notice what that feels like. There's kind of balance there if they are the same shoulder length. And now if you look at your right hand, you're aware of your left hand, right? You sense it, you can feel it, it's there, but your attention is not on it. And likewise, if you were to look at your left hand, you're aware of your right hand, you sense and feel it, so it's there, but your focus is now on the left one, right? But they're part of the bigger you, the whole you, as an individual, as a human being. Now, if you look straight forward, you're aware of them both, right? In your peripheral. You might even see them in your peripheral. You're aware of them. Now, if you bring them closer together, you can see them right in front of you. So now your focus is right here, and you may even clap your hands. It's very difficult to clap with one hand. We have to clap on something at least. So there's interaction. But if there are certain activities which we need both hands with to do something properly, not only one hand. So they're complementary. The one is not more important or more significant than the other. And they're part of the bigger whole of us being a human being. Now look at your feet. We need both feet to walk and run, right? You can jump on one leg for a while, but it will be very difficult to run a marathon on one leg, right? So we need both. They're complementary. They create balance, a sense of connectedness, a sense of centeredness when we feel balanced. Now let's put our arms up again. Now imagine you're an eagle soaring through the sky. Imagine that strength of your wings, their width, the power to navigate the air currents so freely, so effortlessly. But we need both wings, right, when we're an eagle. Not just one, eagle will fall down. It needs both. So they are complementary. They're not opposites. Now think of the earth. We walk on our belly every day. And we have created names to identify things, to categorize, and the likes. So we have the North Pole and the South Pole. And then the axis of the Earth holding them together is the way we perceive it. But they're part of the bigger globe. They're not opposites. We've created in our minds them as North and South as opposites. Likewise with the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere. Each experiencing different things during the seasons, but it's still part of the bigger whole. It's not polarities. It's each bringing a specific aspect to life itself. Now put your hands on your head. You've got the left brain hemisphere and the right brain hemisphere. Each have specific qualities to help us experience the full human experience. It doesn't make them polarities, the aspects of being human. Likewise, we have creative and receptive abilities. Again, we've named them opposite, but we can't see or touch them or feel them as opposites because they're part of us as being human beings. So why is it then that we use polarization to create division, distrust, discord, that it's been weaponized, this idea of polarities against us to create all this dissonance? It doesn't need to be like that. It's the way we see it. The fact that I see things differently from you doesn't make me right and you wrong. It's a both and situation. The versatility of life itself is that we have all these different expressions. We just have to look at nature, look at her diversity, all the different forms and shapes and textures and processes in nature itself, and all the different creatures and organisms. Same within our whole body. We have trillions of cells, and each have a specific quality, a function that they bring to us being human. And they work together in perfect harmony. They're not fighting each other. That's when we go into a state of dis-ease, because the body is not at ease. It's not in equilibrium. Now, we explore this deeper in our LinkedIn and Medium articles, as well in some of our salons, and also in a podcast, how we can befriend polarities and how we will transform what we're currently experiencing, whether it's in our personal lives, professional lives, our social lives, in our communities, in the workplace, in politics, because there it's weaponized, it's used against us. And what can we be and do differently for that not to happen? And the same even on an ecological level. The them and us thing, it's creating polarities. It's creating dissonance. So we really are passionate about this to see how this can transform the world. And you can also join us in our Clubhouse club, Gateway to the Possible, where we also explore this on a deeper level and getting different insights from different parts, so on a new neuroscience level, on a quantum physics level, on a spiritual level, from a spirituality level, on psychology level, on philosophy level, all the different parts of life where we look at it at different angles and how we can, what we can do different in the sense of wholeness versus polarities, even wholeness in terms of inequality. What happens for us when we start looking at it differently? Because it's not something that we can see. It's not something that we can touch. It's something that's induced, a limitation that's induced upon us to act and react in a specific way, which is sometimes to our own detriment. So thank you for being here with us. We're looking forward to hearing from you, especially if you experiment with some of the ideas and practices that we share to transform the situation, first for ourselves, and then obviously it will transform wherever we find ourselves as well. Goodbye. Have a wonderful time.